Nico, football can be a cruel game sometimes. It felt like we'd got a hard-earned point there.
Yeah, I think we deserved it. I think the game plan was right. I think we controlled the game first half throughout the whole thing. I think they had a 15-minute spell in the second half where we just went away a little bit from what we were doing well. But to come to a place like this where they've been free scoring and they've scored a deflected free kick and a contentious penalty to say the least. We've had a goal disallowed in the first half that I'm still struggling to understand why it was disallowed. So, yeah, I feel for the players because I think they've come here in a busy schedule. I think they've done everything that we've asked. They've done it well. You're going to have a spell at a place like this where you're under it a little bit. And I hate excuses. I hate to talk about officiating, but it does feel like the referee has made several decisions there that have particularly gone against us. And it culminates with the manager being sent off. But the level of frustration, I think, is understandable based on how well we played and how much that's hurt us.
You obviously mentioned there the disallowed goal and your thoughts on that. If you looked back at the penalty as well, what do you really make of that?
We've looked back at all of it. Like the penalty, it's hit his hand, but he's 6 inches away from him. And it's one of those where the moment that the hand goes up as it hits it, of course it does, he's trying to get it out of the way. It just feels like the rules are put in there about the hand being in what's the phrase they use, an unnatural position. They're in a natural position. He's a foot away from the player. For it to be given like that at that stage of the game, in those circumstances, there's nothing about it that seems right. The goal that gets disallowed, I'm still struggling. They said it was from a foul from our number two. Our number two, they have a goalkeeper, a player there, so we can't touch the goalkeeper. Their player's pushing him away. Everybody misses it, and we score a perfectly good goal. So, again, I hate excuses. I hate that kind of tone in an after-match thing like this, but I do feel like the officiating has really let us down.
And we say that it felt like it would have been a hard-earned point because of that equaliser from Tristan Kramer. Another set-piece goal and another goal from a corner. Yeah,
and the delivery today was good from us. Again, they're a big team. You've got to put good delivery in if you're going to score from a set play against them. But the timing was right, the delivery was right. It was the least we deserved at that time. And from then on, I thought it was an opportunity for us to potentially go on and win it, but certainly felt like a point was the least we deserved.
Sort of dealt a blow in preparation for this game. Millie Ali wasn't fit enough to make the starting lineup. What's the prognosis on Millie's injury?
I don't think it's anything serious. His knee didn't feel quite right, and he made the call that he didn't want to risk it. You have to respect a player's wishes like that, and it's his body. He knows it better than anybody else. So we're hopeful that he'll be okay for the upcoming games. Obviously, it's a quick turnaround. So for all that what I've just said, from our boys' point of view, they need to make sure that they understand how well they've done. They need to understand how far they've come. And they need to know that they need to recover quickly because the next one's just round the corner and back in front of our home fans against another good team. So we need to be ready. We need to go out there on Saturday and try and put right these wrongs.
I think we've covered off most of the absent players in previous interviews with Gary. Just one we haven't spoken about is Sonny Cox, someone else who's picked up a knock recently.
Yeah, it's fortunately it's not as bad as we thought at the time. It was an innocuous action, felt something in his hamstring, but the first couple of days looked like it could be a bad one, but he's had a scan. We're not too worried. It should be a couple of weeks, which is a bonus because obviously we want Sonny to really get his season going again, get back fit and get in the team and start scoring some goals.
There's clearly obviously individual moments in the game that we're unhappy about, but do you feel like there's plenty of positives to take from today's game as well?
A huge amount, there's never going to be a perfect game. We're disappointed for a 15-minute spell in the second half where we went away from having control, and I understand that from the fans' point of view sometimes it might look like we're being a bit slow to play out, and but we had control of that game. It was a plan that was put in place, wait for them to come for us and then pick them off, and we did it so well so many times. They're a big, strong, physical team that are up near the top of the league, so we can't come here and just go toe-to-toe with them. It's not us, it's not what we're equipped for, but the lads went out and executed it for 75 of the 90 minutes. And I say that it was taken out of their hands a little bit as to how the result came about, but we've just said in there, we're proud of their performance, we're proud of them as a group. They've just been on a good run that's come to an end in the circumstances it has, and now it really is about us making sure that we start another run.
No time to dwell, next game's a few days away.
It's always about the next game.
Just to end then, fantastic 630 away fans, and for the majority of the game, that's all you could hear. I think there's some new chants in there as well, so they might be disappointed with the result, but they certainly showed their support well today.
Incredible. You could hear them all game, and they showed the appreciation at the end. I think most will be on board with what I've said there, and we do appreciate them travelling all this way, particularly on New Year's Day. I'm sure there were one or two sore heads in there, and we almost gave them something to remedy it, but on to the next.
Appreciate your time, Nico. Thank you.
Thank you.